Come on and join us. We're gonna have a good time. Listen up, check us out. Use the hotline number to chime. Come on and join us. There's lots of surprise for you. Fun and family. Great fellowship too.
Crystal and Sean have exciting words. I'm sure there's something that you've never heard. Sunday at 6, it's an excellent mix. We got spiritual flair, special guests will be there.
Come on and join us. We're here and waiting for you. Connect with us at 6 o'clock. We wanna share in all you do. Come on and join us. Come right here and find. Connect with us. Share your thoughts, we wanna explore your mind. Chattitudes, Chattitudes.
What's your attitude?
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 Come on and join us. We're gonna have a good time. Listen up, check us out. Use the hotline number to chime. Come on and join us. There's lots of surprise for you. Fun and family. Great fellowship too.
Crystal and Sean have exciting words. I'm sure there's something that you've never heard. Sunday at 6, it's an excellent mix. We got spiritual flair, special guests will be there.
Come on and join us. We're here and waiting for you. Connect with us at 6 o'clock. We wanna share in all you do. Come on and join us. Come right here and find. Connect with us and share your thoughts. We wanna explore your mind. Chattitudes, Chattitudes.
What's your attitude?
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 Chattitudes, what's your attitude? Welcome to Chattitudes.
Yes.
You're on today with Crystal and Sean. We are here talking about an exciting topic today. The topic is single and dating. These are for all of our single folks, and so we welcome you. If this is your first time to Chattitudes, welcome.
Yes.
We hope that you enjoy. Hopefully you can chat with us. In order to chat, you got to be logged into Gmail, I believe everyone says. And when you log into your Gmail account, that means that you get to chat with us right here on VoxWave. And Sean?
Yes, so welcome again. Today it is single and dating, and I am a single lady. So, and we also have two beautiful women in our audience.
Beautiful women,
we have our two guests that's
beautiful
gonna come up,
women.
yes, and so we're going to have a conversation about single and dating. So we're going to ask some questions, and we're just going to have some fun. But first, we just want to give honor to all of our friends and family partners. We just want to thank you for all of your love and support and your prayers and how you contribute. And if you feel led to contribute to this show, to this ministry,
Yes.
please sow whatever
Yes.
amount God lays on your heart.
Yes.
On Cash App, use the $ and Chattitudes. Any amount, we greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. And also, if you want to get more information about Chattitudes, go to our website, chattitudes.org, or you can find us on social media, on Instagram, Chattitudes 2020, and we're on Facebook at Chattitudes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And I'm going to tell you something. This is an exciting topic today because there's so many single folks out here today. And I was very astonished and amazed to even find out that D.C. ranks #1 as the loneliest city in America. That is the loneliest city. It was amazing to actually find out that research. I think Virginia and Maryland rank somewhere around the 33rd and the 44th. But D.C., people come here to date, but not necessarily have relationships. And so you got to know that if you're in this area, you know, people are about dating, but if you're really trying to find a relationship, this is known really in this area. And I would say I think when they talk about the Maryland and Virginia statistics, I don't think they're talking about the DMV, what we call a DMV. When I say the District of Columbia, I'm talking about the DMV, like right around in these surrounding areas. It's the loneliest city. And so that is just very, very interesting to me. And there's a real disproportion when it comes to men and women. Right. So there's substantially more men than it is women. So it's very difficult. I think it's the other way. It's the other way around. Starting out, like during the dating age. But as time progresses, progresses, it actually flips. Really? So for women, actually, when you get a little older, it's a little harder to find a man. It's a little harder to find a man. So yes. So welcome to Single and Dating. Right. We've even asked the married folks to join us because we wanted to get some advice from you. What's some first conversations? You know, we have ladies here today who are looking to date. Our engineer is standing in the gap for the men today, so he'll be on the microphone as well. He got some very, very interesting things to say. I don't know. I was talking to him earlier. He got some interesting things to say. So and I always say this, and my family get on me for this, that I always say, we're not going to talk that much. We're going to let our guests come up and talk. But this time, I'm going to hold true to it because they've been telling me all week, you talk too much. And so I'm not going to talk as much today, but I am going to get to the word of the week early. I'm going to get to the word of the week early. Go. And so whenever we do the word of the week, we always do our drum roll first. So let's do it up. Hey, our word of the week comes from the Urban Dictionary. It comes from the Urban Dictionary. Why? Because
we're black.
Yeah, so that's why. So anyway, so it comes from the Urban Dictionary, and this word of the week actually is very interesting to me because I did not know what this meant. But my daughter gave me this word of the week, and it is called go smack.
Go smack?
Go smack. Anybody ever heard of go smack? Go smack.
It's one
Engineers heard it. The millennials have heard of it.
Is it one
the older
word?
folk, we don't know what that is. It's one word. So go smack means that when you holler at a girl or when you try to get with somebody. So you say, go smack at her. You know, I'm going to go smack at her. So you go smack. But I wonder if now it could be used for the guys too. Because I think more girls, and we were talking about this earlier, that women are just as aggressive now as the men. So can women now go smack at the men? I don't know. But right now, go smack according to the Urban Dictionary. And apparently it's the word that other people know. I just didn't know it. Sean, did you? Sean didn't know it. So we just didn't know the word, but go smack. So when you want to talk to somebody and you going to holler at somebody, go smack at them. Can you say it like that? Go smack at them. Go smack at them. So that is the word of the week, go smack. And ladies and gentlemen, we're not even going to, let me see. We got some people on the chat. Somebody say all the single ladies. All the single ladies. Hey, my husband's on the line. He said good evening. Arlene said hey, Tina and Chattitudes. Dolores is on the line. Tina says she's a living witness. What you leave? Tina already trying to talk about this single thing. And Shell, that's Jackie's daughter, is on the line already. And Jamal, come, I can't be bothered to keep up with the slang. Jamal, you got to keep up with the slang, Jamal. Anyway, Jamal, we want you to chat on this line for the men. We want you to represent the men today, Jamal. So we happy that you're here. Hey, Tasha is here. We so happy to have you, Tasha. And Erica. Erica is going to chat a lot because Erica actually has a lot of information to share. We wanted Erica to also come on to the show. But she was having some allergy issues. And so I told her, you can't cough around us right now. Allergies, you cannot cough around us. So Erica stayed home, but she said she's definitely going to be on the chat today. And she's actually going to chime in. Deacon Moore is my man. Hey, Deacon Moore, he is on. He says, good evening, Andrea. Hey, Andrea, I love you. We'll hook up later on this evening, Andrea. Baylon, that is my cousin. He said, we are looking good. Wait till the other two ladies come up here. They looking good, too. Wait till the other two ladies go. Hey, Sean Locke. That's my cousin Sean. Sean is on here too. Hey, Sean. So many Seans. It's a lot of Seans. There's a lot of Seans. Sean's we here. Hey, Tanika's on the line as well. Hey, we got people on the line, so we ready to talk about this topic. And so we got some men on the line too, and I'm glad. And this is for the married. I told them, married people, chime in. Men, absolutely. Chime in. We want you to chime in because we want you to give us some advice. Give the single ladies some advice as to how to move forward if they really want a relationship. Yes. All right, so we're excited about this topic today. Let's get it started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to really bring up our sponsors. And we missed our sponsors last week. This week, we're going to talk about our sponsors because this is how this show continues to grow. And this is how our show continue to, we continue to minister through this show. Absolutely. And so let's talk about our sponsors. We're going to run our sponsor list. Engineer, we don't need any music. Just right on us. All right, we're going to talk about our sponsors. You can just bring it over to us. He coming over to us. We're going to talk about our sponsors because it's very, very important to talk about our sponsors. All right. We got our sponsors up. Yes, we have our sponsors up. And as always, we're encouraging supporting Black businesses.
Absolutely.
Our first sponsor is Daeshan from Gold Crown Cosmetics. I'm telling you guys, I have some of this whipped butter that she has, this body butter, body oil. Call her right now, 240-970-2879. And I'm going to talk about this soon as we come back. But Gold Crown Cosmetics, she started her own cosmetic line because she said Black women don't have enough cosmetics for our skin to make our skin moisturized.
Exactly. And the next cosmetic line is by Nicole Company. It's
Yes.
by Quincy. So she has a line of lip gloss that is committed to exhibiting beauty in various ways. All of the products are organic and cruelty-free. So pop into the shop today to see the beautiful products.
Oh, someone in our studio audience has some of that. They got it from Chattitudes. All right, we got Tanika's Total Look. Hey, that's my hairstylist. I'm telling you right now, call Tanika Total Looks. Tell her that Chattitudes sent you, and she is giving out a discount. If you go to Tanika's Total Look, you can achieve your total look. She does natural hair, long hair, short hair, medium hair. It doesn't matter. She does all hair. So go ahead and call her today, 674-6022. I got that on speed dial.
Right, and next we want to deal with our finances with Farmville and Associates Financial Services. Check Shelby Farmville out at 240-346-7430 or catch her on Facebook. She is going to help you with your entrepreneurship in terms of your retirement and legacy building strategies.
And last, we have Lucas Photography. Hey, it's not too late to get those professional photos. We can still have birthdays coming up. People still posing in their prom gowns because they didn't get a chance to go to the prom. Get your professional photography done by Lucas Photography. You can see his picture right up there, and that's a nice picture right there. So if those pictures turn out like that, hey, call him 240-507-8222. That's easy. Lucas Photos 91 at Instagram and find him at gmail.com. But if you want those pictures done, call Lucas Photography. All right. We love our sponsors. Thank you so much, sponsors. We appreciate you, and certainly all of our friends and family sponsors as well. Thank you so much. And I do want to add this for Gold Crown Cosmetics for this week only. This week only, if you put in the promo code CHAT, CHAT, she's giving you a 20% discount for just watching Chattitudes.
Okay.
And so we are so proud of her. I mean, again, she's an entrepreneur, a young African-American lady. She started her own business. And guys, we have to support our own businesses. Yes. And I am I wear the Nicole products, the lip gloss. I have some on today. I wear the Whip It Butter. Boy, my legs have never been this shiny. I'm here to tell you. Hey, it's better than the baby oil gel I used to use. I done switched over to the Whip It over at Gold Crown Cosmetics. Hey, make sure you basically calling her. You got anything, Sean?
Yes, I forgot to mention our hotline. So if you wanted to call in, if you're not able to do the chat on YouTube, you can actually call in. Our number is 240-719-2560.
And as I promised today, guys, I promised that we weren't going to talk that much. So we're going to go straight into our commercial, and then we're going to bring our lovely two guests up because we want to be able to talk about this subject, and we want to just bring them up as quickly as we can. So you all please don't go anywhere. We have about 2 minutes. We got to run our commercial for about 2 minutes, but right after that, you will see the lovely Ayanna and the lovely Jackie in the house, in the place to be. So you all come right back. Don't you go anywhere. Don't you go nowhere. Come right back. We love you guys. All right.
Hey, Chuck. Talk to me, Pastor Mitchell. I don't know about you, but I've had all kinds of friends in my life. I think I've been right down that road with you. Yeah, I had some so-called friends. Yes. When trouble came, they went the other way. Tell me about it. But one thing I'm glad about, that ain't a friend like the lonely Jesus. No. Well, Jesus, he's my told me to run on. Jesus is my friend. Well, you know he picked me up and he turned me around. Jesus picked me up, Lord, he turned me around. I said, Jesus picked me up and he turned me around. Jesus is my friend. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. 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 Nobody.
All right, welcome back. Look at our lovely panelists today. We had some lovely panelists. We got some men on the chat line, so they'll represent for the men. We got Stan, our engineer over here. You might hear him come in on the microphone a couple of times because I told him to chime in today. So let's get right into it. So to my left right here, I have Miss Jacqueline Jones. I've known Jacqueline Jones for many years now. She's a beautiful person inside and out. She told me to say that she's made, born, and raised in the Washington, D.C. nation's capital. She's a native Washingtonian. She has a BA degree in accounting, and she is the mom of 4 wonderful grown kids. She wanted me to say that they were grown because they're not in the house with her. She's available. She's single. So look at that. So she has 4, and she has 1 wonderful grandson who we love, Jaleel. And if you're watching, Jaleel, hey Jaleel, if you're watching, we hope you're watching. So this is Jackie. We love Jackie. Hey, welcome Jackie. Welcome Jackie. All right.
Yes. And to my immediate right is Miss Ayanna Lyons.
Yes. Hey, Ayanna.
Yes, Ayanna is a native Washingtonian as well, and she's a 2020 graduate from the University of District of Columbia, where she obtained her
All of us are from UDC. All of us, the whole panel is from the University of District of Columbia. Yeah.
Yes, got her business management degree. Ayanna is a proud member of the Delta Sigma Theta sorority. And she was also crowned Miss University of the District of Columbia.
No, she was Miss UDC. Miss UDC. You better know it. You better know it. She was Miss UDC.
Ayanna's scholarly leadership in inner fashionista has given her the platform to be a plus-size fashion and beauty influencer. Her restorative nature has contributed to her future plans in the real estate industry, dedicating her own self to her old homes and restoring them to their former glory. Inspired by her experience in these roles, Ayanna has learned the meaning of hard work, confidence, and humility. Thank you, Miss Ayanna.
Oh, I love that bio. I love that bio.
Yes.
We have 2 very inspirational women with us today. And so, hey, we about to tear that. Oh, my goodness. We got so many people on the. Chantel is on the line. That's Jackie's daughters. They're twins, Shell and Chantel. They're twins. They're on the line. Tia, hey, Tia. Tia was on with us not too long ago. We love Tia. Sinitria, that's my soror. Ooh. And Jack, oh, my goodness. So Jackie always talks to my husband, Andre, and they were talking about what she was wearing today. And we didn't even color coordinate, by the way. But
Smart people.
so he said no dots because she was wearing polka dots. And I said polka dots may not look good on the camera. So he said no dots. And so welcome, everybody. We see you, Hazel Malls. We see you in there on the chat line. Hey, Deaconess Sherman and Cynthia Moore. We see you, and Freddie, which is another one of our sorors. And everyone's saying hey soror, and everybody's saying ooh, ooh. So welcome everybody. We're not gonna hold you up. I said we wasn't gonna talk, but then everybody said I keep on talking. All right, let's go. All right, where we gonna start? Oh my goodness,
Okay.
this is some amazing things. All right, we gonna start with Sean. Sean got some questions.
I got some questions. Okay, so the first question, this can be, again, because I'm single, I'll answer some of these as well. So, do you all ever feel pressure by your friends or family in terms of, to dates? You can hurry up and get married. I mean, I don't know. Some people may put the pressure on.
Nope.
Do you ever feel pressure?
Absolutely not.
From
Ayanna speaking from the millennial standpoint. So
I'm 25, so sometimes I just graduated. So sometimes my mom was like,
when are you gonna, settle down and start a family? I'm like,
Wow.
I don't know yet, Mom. I gotta
Right.
meet somebody first, but
Right.
that's the only type of pressure. And other than that, she's really proud of like everything I do and
Most
like,
definitely.
my accomplishments
Yeah.
and stuff. So
Most
I don't feel
definitely.
it that much.
Okay, good.
Okay, good. There are many. You know what? On my research, I was finding out. So how is online dating? But I was finding out that in DC they have many matchmaking services that they said has proven better than the online dating. But let's talk about online dating. Let's just get on into it.
right.
Because sometimes people are kind of embarrassed by online dating, but there's been many success stories. I know people who have gotten married from online dating, and they've been married for years. So there's been some ups, there's been some downs. But let's talk about it. And I see my mom is online. Hey, Mom, I see you out there. Rick is on, Jackie. Hey, Rick, we see you out there. Erica already started saying online dating a waste of time. What do you say? What say you?
I don't think it's a waste of time.
Okay.
I mean, I actually have fun doing it. It opens you up. You can meet a whole lot of different people from all over the world. I mean, I don't want to say I'm real serious about it. So if I find a relationship, that would be all good. But if I don't mind finding friends. I don't mind going out on dates.
Right.
I enjoy it. I mean, it actually entertains me more
Okay.
so.
Okay.
And I don't want to, discourage anyone from doing it because I find it fun. But I'm just saying, you almost can't take it really serious until you meet the person.
Right.
You have to meet the person. I mean, because I got to be honest with you, I talk to a whole lot of different people, probably like a day. Just about a day. And after that, I don't know what happens to them.
Right, yeah.
I don't talk about the S word, the sex. I don't talk about that. So for some men, not all men, some men, I guess they lose interest. They want naked pictures, right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, wow. So,
You
yeah,
don't even know my last name. You don't know anything.
Yeah.
I've heard those horror stories. Those horror stories. They say that Tinder is the #1 dating app right now. So have you all been on Tinder? But they say the funny thing is the success rate, men's success rate is 0.6% and women are only 10%. So I don't know. So it's very rare that you're going to find a match and actually be in this great relationship and marry someone.
Right.
Ayanna, you're young, so I want to get the millennial perspective and the other perspective as well. So you're young, so have you had to do any online dating, or are there a lot of guys out there in your field in that millennial age group that you can just find at different places?
I think it's a good mix of both. I agree that online dating is a waste of time. But I do get a good mix of like meeting people because I'm in college and like going out more. But it is a good amount of online dating. Like I've, dated online before. So I think it's a good mix of both.
So you say it is a waste of time, or it's not a waste of time?
It is a waste of time.
Yeah.
Oh, so you agree with Erica. You agree with Erica.
I
It's
would
a waste
agree.
of time.
I feel it's a waste of time. Because it's making everything so convenient for like you could just swipe, and it's entertaining. Don't get me wrong, but it just takes like personability or like like physical. You don't get to see these people unless you meet with them in person. So it's like you just swiping. You don't really get much out of it. It's like you have to. If you find someone you're interested, you have to insist upon exchanging numbers and talking. For me, talking.
Right.
My age group, we like to talk.
I do too.
It's
I
a
don't
different
like
age
the
group.
texting.
It's a different age group.
So we're Generation X, right?
This age group, y'all don't like to talk that much. It's texting, right?
Or we
Generation
like
X,
FaceTime.
yeah.
I like to FaceTime because then it gives me the opportunity to make sure you are who you say you are. You're not a catfish. So, FaceTime, I gotta always be ready. I'm not
Yeah, that's true.
FaceTime you
right.
something together. So
That's true.
Right.
It's like you got to make an appointment to FaceTime. Right. Because I've seen it. I'm like, you can't be FaceTiming me. Wait a minute.
Answering that
I'm not ready.
Especially when you're in the bed.
It's definitely a generational thing. It's definitely a generational thing. So, hey, Dave, that's my cousin Dave. He's on the line. Trisha's on the line. She said people tell the truth if you ask the right questions. Do you find that people tell the truth on these apps? Do you find that people tell the truth just in general when you're dating them? Are they telling the truth, or are they just kind of lying on these apps right now? What are we finding?
I don't know, because I don't know if they're who they are from the very beginning. If they're even telling me who they really are. I had a guy, he constantly sent me these
beautiful model pictures, and I told him I need a picture of you right now, and he sent me another model picture, and I just blocked him.
That's why I enjoy FaceTiming, because it doesn't give them the opportunity to lie. You're like, right then and there.
Right,
you can't make
and then you see the
up.
body language.
Right,
Yeah.
right. What about putting the right profile picture up? Because what I find, because now they have all of these apps that you filter your picture. And my thing is, I don't really necessarily like to ever filter my picture when I'm doing anything, because I don't want to show up and they go, you don't look anything like this picture. So I just like to, even when I'm speaking out or whatever, don't filter my picture. Just put me out there, because I don't want to walk in and they go, goodness great, you don't look anything like this picture. Just hey. So do you all filter your pictures at all?
Yes.
I don't.
You do?
I do.
Why? Because you're beautiful. Why would you filter your
I
picture?
just am very particular about what I post. It's not like to the point where I look completely different, but if I have like a blemish,
Right,
or,
I
like,
get that.
take something away, then I'll edit that out. But I don't completely
Right.
alter how I look.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to filter, so
Yeah.
no, I don't do it.
I did learn how to do that.
Oh my goodness. I don't think you have to filter.
Oh,
So
you.
No, I
Right.
don't. I mean, I wear different wigs, so I may put my profile with different wigs.
okay, but go and tell the truth. This is a real conversation. So okay, all
But
right.
I tell them, I'm upfront. Hey, look, I like to wear wigs. I like to look different. If that's an issue with you, then hey, feel free not to contact me anymore. I mean, I really don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't.
So when it comes when it comes to actually going on a date, so what are your, and I'm gonna ask both of you, you can answer. So let's say you're on a date, it's your first date. What are the 2 deal breakers, right, while you're on a date that will guarantee that you won't get a second date?
I would say,
From experience, yeah.
just like physically, probably like bad hygiene or like bad teeth.
I think bad hygiene. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker.
Or
Okay,
deal breaker.
I could get that. Jackie, what's
In
your deal breaker?
addition, if you're always on your phone,
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That's a deal breaker. And if you are very flirtatious with other people while I'm in your presence,
Right.
I am not with you 24 hours a day.
Right.
We're here for 2 hours or an hour and a half. Give me the respect
Absolutely.
and pay me attention. And that, I mean, unless it's an emergency, you kids or
Right,
something,
absolutely.
but don't keep texting. That's so irritating. And I try not to do it either. Not that I haven't done it. I have done it, but
Right.
I tend not to do that.
So Erica says you enter in not expecting too much, and I think that's kind of what I'm hearing you say. So when you enter into these online dating apps, or even maybe a relationship or dating period, she's saying you enter in not expecting that much. And then Charlene says people can lie to you whether it's online or in person. Ask the questions you want to ask to know what you need to know. Right. So say what you mean what you say. And that is one of the relationship dating tips that I was actually reading, that when you start having these conversations at the very beginning,
Right.
what kind of conversations are you having? Are you having superficial conversations, or do you just come out and say, hey, when did you and your ex last break up? Well, how soon do you get into that? Do you get into that on the first conversation, so you can just get that out of the way up front? I'm almost like, tell me all the information up front, so I just won't be surprised later.
Right.
So what do you all say?
Well, to me, it depends on how the conversation is flowing. Because I actually went on a date yesterday.
Oh,
okay. But he was. I had a nice time. He was such a gentleman. I love the fact that he just pays for everything, so he didn't even want me.
I think that's important.
I love it. But and he didn't. He talked a little bit about his past, but he seemed not to want me to like grill him, and I really didn't, because I really didn't want him to grill me either. But I think he told me enough to keep my interest.
Absolutely. Okay.
So
So you got a second date?
we're supposed to.
Oh,
Look at that. And this is from online dating, guys.
Yes.
What about you? First conversation, Ayanna. What do you?
I think for the first conversation, I'm asking all the questions just because I'm a very open person in general. I know it doesn't seem like it right now, but I'm very open. So like if somebody's asking me questions, I'm like, when I was 5, this happened. I want to know everything.
But do you get a second date after all of that? Seriously, no. Do you get a second date after opening up too much?
I don't think it's too much. Like recently, hung out with someone, like dated them, but you know, because of quarantine, it hasn't been like
Somebody just asked about that. Someone just asked about that.
we couldn't really like hang out, so I think we hung out like once, and then everything was good. But before that, we had been talking for like I would say a week or two,
Okay.
and just like getting to know each other, because that's important. Like before you hang out,
Right.
Absolutely, I agree.
I think so. I think so.
we want to hang out again, so yeah.
Okay, well, I would say that's a success after all that talking you was doing, Ayanna.
Yeah.
All right. Somebody said, "Is there a limit on baby mothers?" See, that's when we need some men to jump in here. But somebody said, "Is there a limit on baby mothers?" I mean, honestly, when you go date somebody and they got 2, 3, 4 baby mothers, I mean, is there a limit on that?
If you have, as long as they're not interfering in, you know, our relationship, I don't even care how many baby mamas you have. As long as you're taking care of your children, at least you tell me you are. I don't know for sure. But I don't want to discriminate against someone because they were young and they were wild and maybe they're not in that, you know, they don't have that same mindset anymore.
Yeah.
But it's not, you know, she's not calling you, interrupting us, or coming over to the house, or however. You just, as long as she's in control, or you have that situation in control.
Is that a hotline?
All right, we have
Hotline.
we got a hotline. See, this single and dating thing is hot. I'm here to tell you. All right, so let's see. Can we take that call, Stan? All right, hello, you're on with Crystal and Sean. Welcome to Chattitudes.
That's Robin. Is that my cousin?
Hello, how are you?
Sound like her.
They probably should turn.
We
down
can
their-
hear you. You might got to turn your radio down or computer down. Hi, Robin. Turn down your volume.
Let me turn my phone off.
Okay.
I'm going to chime in on online dating. And Jackie knows I met my fiance. It was 2.5 years. It will be 3 years this year. He ain't proposed to me last year on my 50th birthday party. So online dating do work. I did meet me a very good gentleman off of online.
What app were you on? Can you share the app?
Tag.
What's the name of it?
Tag.
Oh, Tag.
Tag. You all familiar with Tag?
Never heard of
I've
it.
never heard of it.
See, they don't have the right apps. They're not on the right apps.
That's right.
So Tag. All right. So thank you for sharing that with us. And we did say that up front, Robin. We did get clarity up front that it's not always a waste of time. That I've known people who have gotten married who have very successful marriages with online dating. So I'm glad that you just chimed in and say, hey, yes, you have a wonderful fiance. Are you married already, or you're about to get married?
We plan to get married next year. Jackie has met him, and, you know, she knows who he is.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Robin. And congratulations on that. So, see, it does work, guys. I just want you to know that it does work. It does work. All right. So we have a couple of things on the chat line, guys. They were chatting up some things. So Charlene said, first question, how do you get along with your mama? That's the first question you should ask, because we do know, right? How a man treats his mom is how he will potentially treat you. So if he's treating his mom in a wrong manner, that may not be a guy for you. So that's a true question, Charlene. Very good.
You don't know that answer until you engage with him, right? I mean, he can tell you, oh, I treat my mom this way, or my mom is that. But overall, you have to engage the person. You have to be talking to the person, getting to know them, and that all will come out.
It will, but I think that's something that we gotta.
You can
I have a question.
Okay.
About that. What if they're like too involved with their mom and like a mama's boy?
Yeah,
I think that's a problem too, guys. If you're your mama's boy, that might be an issue, because I think that at the end of the day, your focus should. I mean, you love your mom, of course. You always honor your mother and father. We know that. That's a thing. But at some point, you really gotta make your mate, your relationship. You gotta leave that at home, guys. You gotta leave that at home.
Yeah.
And then it's so funny because we got too many people chatting on the line, so I can't tell all my stories, right? Stan, we gonna come to Stan in a minute because we got so many people. The thing to consider when dating non-custodial parents is that if the custodial parent passes away, you and the person are dating may end up with the children full time. So if you're not really interested in children, that's what Dolores is saying. You may want to just consider that. Plenty of fish, tagged, and Tinder rarely works. That's what Chantel says. Kay said, "Hey Kay, that's my soror Kay. I want to know why you have so many baby mamas. Does this mean that you have no control over your sexual desires? It also tells me that you do not wear protection, so that speaks volumes." That's true.
That could be
That's
a red
true.
flag.
And I'm here. That could be a red flag. And me and Sinitria growing up, we always had this thing that if you had 2 kids by one baby mama, we never dated you. Why? Because the baby mamas, it's very difficult to get over them if you got 2 kids by them. They never kind of let you go. So if you got 2-3 kids by one woman, it's kind of difficult. We never dated you. That was like our rule. That was our rule in the sand. We're not gonna date you because that baby mama is never over it. And then you can always go back to the baby mama to get a little bit. So yeah, but yeah, that was our rule. That was our rule. All right, so Freddie says...
Yeah, it's not true.
I don't know. Well, it's proven to be true for us. Now, I have been married about 19 years, and I have suggested to my single friends to try online dating. I feel like I've offended them when I suggested. Are there decent apps? So we just heard about Tag. We just heard that Robin said that Tag was good. Is there any other decent apps?
One of my friends, she found her boyfriend on this app called Hinge.
Hinge?
Yeah.
Hinge.
It's really interesting because they ask you a lot of prompts. It's not like just swiping. I mean, you do swipe, but it's a lot of more personal information that they ask about you. So they found that Hinge is good.
So Hinge, we got Tag. Jackie, you got any suggestions?
They ask you a million questions, but I can't think of it.
But I think it's good to ask a lot of questions because I think once you get this whole personality profile thing together, you know, I think you can be matched easier.
Facebook has a dating app.
Oh, really? Facebook has a dating app now.
Wow.
Oh, how's that working?
It's just online. And
I
then
think that's where I met the guy I went out with. Yeah.
Oh, for Facebook dating app?
Oh, wow.
Okay.
What is it called?
A nice gentleman.
It's this
dating. It's
Facebook
called dating.
Okay.
Facebook.
So Erica says, when dating, do
every
you
day.
find that it's competition with other women when you expect something from a man and there are other women out here that will settle for less? Good question, Erica. Good question.
Competition. I'm pretty sure it is. But if he's interested, I'm saying like this. I'm not competing for real. I'm just not going to compete. If you have an interest in somebody else, feel free. Go ahead.
Right.
As I have next, I just talk to someone else. Unless I'm emotionally invested, I don't care.
You don't care.
Yeah. I don't care.
And I think Dave spoke to that a little earlier. He said it really just depends on what you're dating for. So Jackie, since you're to the older end of the spectrum, not that you're that old, Jackie. You're not that old because I love Jackie. But I mean, so right now, because you're at an age that you may not be looking for that, right? So, but Ayanna's at an age that eventually she will look for that. So, right. And I think what Erica is saying, because me and Erica actually had this conversation, I think that what Erica is saying is so many times, so many younger people now are settling for less. They're buying the men all of these things. They're doing all of these things for the men. So when they come to her, she said, a lot of times they say, on the first date, hey, can you pay for the meal? Can you get me an Uber ride? Can you do this? And the men are expecting you to do that. And if you don't, then they just go to someone who will do it for them. Yeah. So I think that when she's talking about this competition right now, even in the 30, 40-year-old age groups, and now you're trying to date, the men are just going with whoever can give them the most a lot of times. And so
I agree.
And so that's what she's talking about.
Feel free.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Right. So somebody said, I'm not buying a man. And I think one of the biggest things right now is, so we read that a lot of the men in this area says that they are, women are intimidating to them in this area, mostly because a lot of women in this area are very successful, you know, so a lot of women in this area, they believe in women live. I got my own car, I got my own house, I got my own job, I don't need you for anything. And so men in this area, they say, get very intimidated by women. Speak up, Ayanna. So what you say?
Maybe they should step their game up. If you intimidated, you're obviously not doing what you're supposed
I think
to do.
And I think that also speaks to the fact that if they're intimidated, then they may have some insecurities.
Right, they're insecure.
I mean, to me, you should be celebrating that woman has. Yeah.
That way you don't have to buy her a car.
So we got our engineer over here. He gonna say some things over here. Go ahead, engineer. What we got, Stan? That's Stan over here.
Okay, I don't think that men being, would you say, intimidated, I don't think it has nothing to do really with the job. I think that a lot of women take on a character that is intimidating because of the job. You know, it's a lot of brothers out here in the street that's making a whole lot more money than what they'll tell you they're making. They really, you know, a lot of us will lead women to think a lot of things that may not be true. We might even play broke with you. You know what I mean? But when I look at the system too, I believe a lot of sisters neglect the fact that a lot of brothers is shut out from getting these same jobs and getting these same opportunities. So a lot of brothers, you know what I mean, they're not in a place where they can get on a level to where a lot of the sisters are at. That is a fact.
Okay.
So somebody said, why play games though? Somebody on the chat said, well, why play games? Why fake them out and act like you don't have this and act like you don't have that?
Well, I mean, that goes into a lot of the finance with a lot of sisters, like you said, a lot of sisters, you know, want men to take them out, but a lot of men don't win like that. You got to look at the statistical data. And I'm a man, I'm 30 years old. I done deal with plenty of women. 9 times out of 10, it's harder to win that way. It's better.
Well, being a good guy.
It's not even being a good guy because a lot of women don't respect you for being a good guy.
That's not true.
I think it's true. I think it's true. I think it's true.
Listen,
I think it's true.
All the women. I am a man. I don't listen. I'm not just any kind of man. I'm a man that does not go without. I'm just giving you honest, real perspective from a real man's perspective. I'm telling you right now, as a man, I could win more times than not doing less. Okay,
so
give you an it is sad.
Well, maybe,
But it's true. But I mean, I think it's something that
generation.
I don't think it's just the younger generation. I think it's something that we really got to listen. Because why are we so single right now? I think he's speaking truth. That's just me.
Y'all already said it. Y'all already said it. First of all the sisters in competition.
Oh.
Look at it, and Dave said it too. So we got men on here. He said that is true about the good guy. The good guy sometimes loses. I believe that.
I promise you I'm not.
I can step back, right? I step back.
I promise you.
I promise.
Maybe in your generation.
It's different between sisters that are friends. But generally, sisters are in competition with one another.
Well, maybe we don't know we're in competition. I'm going to say I'm not in competition, but maybe I am, but I don't know about somebody else.
I'm just saying
In general.
In general. It's easy. My nails is better. My hair is better. It's not for us.
Listen, I don't have my nails done. I care less.
We're not even really concerned. We just
Right.
want y'all to look nice.
Thank you.
So
Right.
y'all are in
Presentable.
competition with each other. And men,
I think many women are. I think he's speaking truth, guys. I'm sorry. I think he's speaking truth. I think he's speaking truth. I think that a lot of us. I think he's speaking truth. I think that a lot of us, even if it's subliminal, even if we don't outwardly say it or do it, I think that we kind of think it. I'm just here to tell you that right now. And I'm, if I was dating someone, and I would kind of look at the old girlfriend and say, how do I compare to her? I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, maybe other people don't do that, but I need to know how I look compared to this person over here. So, and we do that. We do that.
There's anything wrong with being curious, but I'm not going to take that on.
It's almost acceptable for you to cheat with another woman as long as she's more attractive. If she's less attractive,
that's a problem. That's a problem.
Oh my God, you cheated with her and she don't look like. I can't believe you. But then if she sees it, she's like, oh, she look good though.
Right. I mean, I agree with that. I think Stan speaking the truth. I think Stan. I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding.
Group of folks.
I
don't know.
Chantel said, women who compete are desperate. I mean, but sometimes I think we fall in a desperate situation. Yeah. And I think sometimes we compete and we don't know that we compete. I don't think it's good to compete, by the way.
Absolutely not.
The God, look at it, and how we feast. We love feast. We love you feast. The feast said, and the godly man loses too.
True.
The good man. I mean, and I think that the men, that's what the men are saying. Because, if you think about it, though, you kind of, in growing up, really, you kind of want that thug a little bit. You want a little man that's just going to just have your back and have that security.
Right,
you know what I mean? You real nice. You like, oh, man, look at this nice guy. But, man, you get a man that's got an A personality. You like, yes, lead the way. Come on, kill all the spiders for me. Take all the trash out. I'm for that. You know what I mean? I'm like, my husband, like, kill the spider, man. I don't want to kill the spider. I'm not all into that women's lib stuff. I need my man to do all of that stuff for me. Okay, so I get it. I'm going with Stan. I'm going with a lot of factors.
I think if you find that let's say you're what you were saying, Stan, if the person is better looking than you, that's acceptable. And if they are worse looking than you, then you start looking at yourself like, well, maybe it is my personality, or maybe it's something I did. I mean, Crystal helped me a lot, didn't you?
I did. I'm her counselor, but I feel like sometimes she's above my level of counseling, like above my degree of counseling. But Jackie is a good person, and we do talk all the time.
That used to be my issue.
That was her.
Very argumentative now.
Right, and
I don't cuss people out, or do any of that anymore.
Yeah,
because of her.
Yeah, I say, Jackie, you're not going to win someone like that. You're not, like, men don't really like nags.
Right.
They don't. I mean, I don't like a nag. Men don't like nags. They don't like you to just keep yapping. They just don't. And so at some point, I mean, I don't know, but I'm not even going to get into that stuff. But Charles said that the godly man never loses. So I agree with Charles Smith as well. He says that the godly man doesn't lose. Right, because maybe that God just hasn't sent you the right person yet. So maybe God is just waiting for your time to give you the right person. So I do agree with that. So you don't lose as a godly person. You really don't lose. You never lose. You never lose. You always win. It's victory in Christ. You always lose, but you always win. So we know that. So we know that. Say somebody said, oh, so did you say I do like a man that kills spiders? See, that's why we're best friends. I'm telling you.
On my own today, y'all.
Oh,
yes, and I feel very empowered by it.
See, I don't want to feel empowered by it.
Listen, I have no choice but to kill a spider.
I tell you that white spider was
Right.
No. I
don't want that. I have a daughter who's scared of everything. So if I'm scared of creatures and she is, I mean, I gotta do what I gotta do. But I prefer not to.
Shelly said the nice guys are labeled corny for some reason.
I think,
and that's kind.
Well, you know what? Let me be honest.
Said the non-nice guys are corny.
The non-nice guys are corny.
Yeah,
okay,
corny.
I love you, Ayanna. I love you.
Yes.
I love you.
I know, like what you said, Crystal. In terms of like a not sort of had a little thuggage or whatever. Because that's true. I actually met somebody not too long ago, a nice guy, but I chose not to continue talking to him, not because he wasn't nice, but there was something else that popped up that I was a turn on, which I'll go over the list in terms of things that mistakes you make in dating. But anyway, he was nice, but one of the things I said about him was that he wasn't, he didn't have any swag. So you gotta be physically attracted to a person.
Right.
I think that's a big thing. Yeah. It's not just, I don't know, personality. I don't know.
So you gotta have that swag.
Yeah,
you gotta have
that's just
all right.
Yeah.
Erica says, can you date a guy that is still very close to an ex?
no.
Well, if they have kids together, I mean, what do you want them to do? Not communicate? They have to communicate if they have kids together. But if your kids are grown, I mean, I
guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah. Right, because we had some co-parents here.
Right.
They were very close to the ex. And so we do know that in situations that does happen. But I mean, when you don't have any kids together, anything like this, what you still calling her for?
Exactly.
Stop it. We don't like it.
But one of my friends was still close with her ex because she was still close with the mother of the ex.
Okay. Someone said, just because someone is a good guy doesn't mean that they're good for you.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Why they're not good for you necessarily.
Right. And that's one of the lines I use.
Yeah.
When I said it, no. I was like, you're a nice guy.
Right.
Just not for me.
Mm-hmm. So what about blind dates, guys? What about blind dates? What would you feel about that? Would you want to go out with a blind date? Like I hook you up with something. I always think I can hook people up together. I don't think I've been successful yet, really though. But I always feel like
coming up. My cousin Sheila is supposed to be hooking me up with a blind date. She just told me about it today.
Jackie, you like a serial dater.
Not because, I mean, who knows what I like? Like, only I know what I like. I feel like my mom, I just know she would be like, oh, this guy is really nice for you. And I'm like,
I think she'd pick out the best guy for you. I think mothers would pick out the best guy for you.
We would.
Possibly. Maybe like personality wise, but what I'm looking for, like physically, I feel like no. Or my sisters, like no, they're not gonna know.
Yeah, but at least try,
And then you get somebody I've never seen them before.
Well,
you'll see them when you meet them.
What if they're short?
Well, then that's what I mean, right? So then guess what? That's your last date, right?
Exactly.
Right. First and last date.
You're not attracted to them.
And it's
doesn't
okay.
mean that they're not attractive.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Right.
mean you're just not attractive.
That's not
to
your
them.
type. Right. That's not. And it's okay.
I don't know if that's true, Howie Feasty. He said no. The Christian guys don't win because with Christ we win, but women don't want spiritual. They want hard, thuggish type, or don't want
What are you talking
to
about?
do it God's way. That's not true.
That's
we
not
we
true,
can have both. We can have the thuggish
Yeah,
and
you
the
can-
spirit. We can have both. You know, it's a balance. It's a balance.
No.
Thank you.
It's a balance.
Right,
Somebody
okay.
already said, my Aunt Phyllis said, Stan trying to take over the show. So Stan, you got 2 minutes to say what you going to say. Then that's it.
Look. I just want to know what's wrong with a short man. What's wrong with a short man?
Nothing.
There's a
Unless
lot of-
you
there's a
shorter
lot of
than him.
powerful brothers
Right.
that's short men.
It is.
That
There's
is
nothing
true, but they
wrong
have,
with
like,
that.
the
There's
Napoleon
nothing wrong.
complex. They
I'm
always
just saying,
show
Yeah.
Martin Luther King was not a tall man.
Okay.
Malcolm wasn't a tall man.
We gonna
Now,
start
I
night.
just hear a lot of people strike men off their list just because.
I just don't want a man shorter than me.
I think
I'm
that's
already
like
short.
I think
can't have like shorter
most
than me.
women don't
Yeah.
like men shorter than them.
Right.
I mean,
Not
I think
saying that wouldn't work. Sonny and Cher work if you know who that is. You might not know who that is.
Chantel said, I can't date you if I can see the top of your head. Diamond said she wants both. She wants a godly thug.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm talking about. I feel like you could be like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm protecting my woman, but I love God.
Yes.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, a balance. See, that's why that's my daughter. Like that, she knows. My mama's on the line. Look at it. Me too, Diamond. So Tanika says she agrees with you. Sonny and Cher, okay, cuz. I don't know. All right, so let's talk about something else. How truthful are you with guys? Are you truthful with guys?
I'm not true about my age until I actually talk to them because I just don't really want a whole lot of old men talking to me.
I'm really truthful.
I mean, I don't want to say it like that. I don't want to say it like that. I'm sorry to come out like that. I say I'm more attracted to men that are younger than me. So let's say that.
I'm more attracted to men
She's
who
a
are older than me.
Cougar.
Yeah, right.
Stan.
Jackie's a cool. Oh my goodness! Look, we're not gonna be matching y'all up today up in here, Jackie. This is not a dating show. It's not love connection up in here, Jackie. And so it's interesting, right? So it's interesting. So Jackie like a little younger guys, and Ayanna says she like the older guys.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times, when you're a little older, like it takes guys a little longer to catch up with us, maturity wise. So I would say that when you are younger, I do think that it's a great thing to sort of, date a little older because then you sort of match intellectually in a way. So so I think but Jackie, I mean. She done had her time. She done, she's been there. She's had her time. So now she's just enjoying dating. And I think that's okay. I think it's okay to enjoy dating. I don't think it's anything wrong with it at all. At all. So, I mean, it depends on what you're looking for. I think Dave said it earlier. It depends on what you're looking for. All right, so let's see. The same as men don't like looking up to women as far as height, women don't necessarily like looking down on men. So he said, hey, that's kind of true. That was Charles. So, yeah, that's a man's perspective. I like that. My late Uncle Tony told me never to let a man know what you have. They don't need to know. And I do want to send a shout out to Trinita. She said that she was watching
from Texas.
all the way from Texas. So she wanted me to let you know that she's on. Yeah, so what about that? Don't let them know what you have. Don't let them know. Because do you think that most men are opportunists, though? I mean, so she's saying, hey, don't let them know where you live for sure.
Oh, yeah,
don't let them know what you have. So
That's
if you got a house and you got all of these things, do you think men are looking at that as opportunity? As an opportunity? Because I think a lot of men are. I think a lot of men are. They're looking at that as an opportunity, Stan. I think they are.
Yeah,
women are too. I think some women are too. I think some women are too. Trinita said my husband is 5 years younger. I think that's fine. Hey, whatever works. Let me just say that. Whatever
I think
works.
once you get to a certain age, I know like me, I'm over 40. So at this point, because I'm grown, I probably wouldn't mind dating somebody probably late 30s, early 40s. Because before when I was younger, I was looking at someone older, much older. But now I'm like, wait a minute. Don't get that right.
Right. And I think Stephanie is actually saying the same thing. She's actually agreeing with you. As well. Hey, Temple, I see you out there. I didn't acknowledge you. I love you, Temp. That's one of my really good friends, Temple, on the line there. Tina says she like guys that just still have their teeth. See, I think that when you get in the 50 range, like 50 and over, I'm turning 50 this year, 50 and over. Look, we just want you to have your teeth at this point. Like, you
That's
know,
what we are.
but do we start lowering our expectations? You know what I mean? Like, okay, if you don't have a car, at least have your teeth.
Oh, listen.
You know what I mean? But I mean, so how important is that though, guys? Let's talk about the important. No, not just teeth. No, not teeth.
No, she just playing.
No, not teeth. But what about job, car,
Job,
place to live?
Absolutely.
So are we still down to those three for both? I mean, I'm talking about for men and women. Do you at least got to have a job, a car, and a place to live?
Absolutely.
Sometimes some people don't have cars. I'm saying.
And you going to pick them
up?
up?
To live? Well, I have though.
You
But
going to
I
pick
don't
them
want
up?
to do that anymore. To be honest with you, that wasn't.
Yeah.
It didn't work out well.
Kay said, "Lord, no teeth and no car. I can't." You need a car and you need your teeth.
They need a place to stay.
Right.
They need to have their, like a place that they're staying, not sleeping on someone's couch. I mean,
Okay, my thing is, even with the car, I mean, yeah, because I'm looking at it in terms of safety. So if I'm somehow stuck on the side of the road, I need my man to come get me, help me, and put the tire back on or something.
ideally, ideally that's what you want. But sometimes I'm just saying, by me doing it online.
Oh yeah.
Some guys don't have a car. The guy yesterday, he didn't have a car.
Okay.
He said, "I don't need one. I work." And
he used Uber or something.
He's able to walk to work.
Oh, okay.
All the restaurants are where he lives, so he doesn't need a car. I met him like over in that area where he lives. So we went to the restaurants over there.
But don't you want? I mean, but if you were in a serious relationship, so again, it depends on what you want. So let's just say you're dating. That's fine. But let's just say you're getting into a relationship. Like we talking about Ayanna here now. Let's say you're getting into a relationship. Would you want to be the one that goes over and have to pick them up all the time and do all of that?
Don't.
Yeah, I've like interacted with both guys who did have cars, and that was cool because they would offer to like pick me up on our first date. I'm against that, but like I've also talked to guys who don't have cars, but they had a car and like messed up or something, but they have a good job, a good nice place to stay. They just down bad at that moment, and I feel like I can't penalize for somebody like for being down bad. I just personally wouldn't want to date somebody without a car because I have a car. So
Right. I think we got some good information. Thank you, Ayanna. I think we got some good information on the chat. Freddie says, I don't think lower your expectations, but your priorities. So your priorities change the older you get.
Right.
So all of those those things
change.
that you had like very early on, and I think you should have some really good standards. I'm talking for your mom and her parents, like have some good standards, But as you get older, like Hazel Moss, she is hilariously funny. She says, I'm 70, and as long as they teeth stay in their mouth and don't have to come out when they eat. But that's so true. But I mean, it goes exactly what we're saying. When you start to get older, then your expectations, your priorities start to change. Hey, I'm not interested if you don't have teeth anymore, but if you got the dentures, just at least let them stay in your mouth. You know what I mean? So I get that. So as we get older, priorities change. I think that's perfectly fine. She says, let's see, my man needs to have a car. I hate driving. That was Brandy. I guess in the D.C. area, a car isn't a deal breaker because, you can't. It's public transportation. I always give the benefit of the doubt. So I want to know why. Why don't you have a car? Why don't you have all of your teeth? Why, etc. So she wants to get them. I get it, but I don't like men driving me around anyway. When it's time to go, I want to go. So Diamond, she likes to drive, and she doesn't want to be stuck at any particular place.
that's why I said I don't agree with like them picking me up for the first day. I'm like, I'll meet you.
Not the first date.
Not for the first date.
Not
for the first date.
Exactly.
Not for the first date. But I mean, eventually.
Right.
You want a man. I mean, because
you up.
You want a man to pick you up.
Because I think
that. Because I think it's changed, right? Like, so I think like nowadays the younger people, not kids, you're an adult. The younger people, they don't mind that. Like, they don't mind picking up the date and courting the guys. Like before, our age group, they came and picked us up. Like everywhere, they came and picked us up. They took us everywhere.
Right.
But like nowadays, it's like it's kind of flipped and reversed in a way. I'll meet you there. We'll split the check.
I say meet because of safety reasons.
For the first
But I'm talking not meeting for the first time, but I'm talking about when you're in a relationship, when you're dating, and you're in the relationship.
I actually have a funny story.
Okay.
About a first date with a guy. He offered to pick me up, and I was like, no, we met online. I was like, we can meet here, and that was cool. He paid for everything, which was also nice. But I actually got my friends to spy on our date because they had never met him before. So he came. And my friends were at the bar, and I was just like, interacting with him, kind of like getting their approval to see if, he was cute and make sure I was safe too, because I had never met him before. But I thought that was interesting, like getting him to spy, because he offered to pick me up. I was like, I don't know if he's gonna
Right.
that's not me.
Right, that's so true. That's so true. And everybody on here is talking about, ask them about their credit. Make sure they have good credit. Make sure they have good credit. Credit is important, because if you're going to really build a long-term relationship with somebody, you know that you're going to have to get things, and you have to build things. So credit is important. I don't know when you start asking about the credit. I don't know. You can't ask about that right away, but you're very close
if
into
somebody
the
asks you that, like if someone's okay, I blocked the guy because he asked me how much I make, and I just blocked him.
Right.
I just blocked him.
I mean, but you can Google search everybody. I'm saying you can find out a lot of people about people on Google. You can Google search them. You can know their records. You can know their credit history. You can know where they work. There's so much public information out there about people. So really, I mean,
but
you can.
Like
You
you
can.
said, like he asks for your income, and one of the other things for me, my biggest pet peeve, which is major turn off, like just getting to know someone, and the guy texts and say, "Can you send me a picture?" That turns me off.
Don't let it turn you off because you want to see what they look like too.
No, this is not online dating. This is just
You met
I've
them
already met
in person?
organically. Yeah.
So you already know what I look like.
Yeah,
oh no, he asking for a dirty
no,
picture.
This not one.
Probably.
This is like that's what I'm saying.
dirty
Oh
picture.
yeah, well now.
Yeah. Like you
Right.
already know how I look.
That's right, Shell. I would only ask for credit. Right.
Right.
All right, guys. Guess what? We're almost out of time. I'm gonna ask this question. I'm gonna throw this question out there about celibacy. What about celibacy?
Oh, yeah.
So are we practicing celibacy before we get date? I don't know. Do men hang around when you practice celibacy? Are men hanging around these days for that?
I haven't had success in that,
No.
which is
I don't know. I can't answer that.
No. It's a hookup culture. For
Stan,
the
you
young
gotta
people,
answer.
it's hookup culture.
For the
It's a
older
hookup
people,
culture.
Yeah.
For the older
Yeah.
people, it's a hookup culture too.
That's why they're on dating apps for hooking up.
Right.
They are.
I
Some
will.
dating apps, I'm not going to say all of them.
Right,
Yeah.
so just be careful, because I have read that when alcohol is introduced on the first date, the chances of having sex really increases greatly on that first date. So just I know we're in this hookup culture, and I know men don't really respect celibacy anymore, guys. I know you don't really respect. Some still, right?
hopefully.
Really?
What's that?
I don't know. That's not true.
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
Stan, there's some celibate guys out there.
Yeah, a celibate guy.
I don't know. Okay, here we go. Jamal says, and Jamal is a guy, so thank you, Jamal, because we needed the guys on today. Thank you, Dave, Jamal. Jamal says some still do. Some still respect that. Some still respect that.
Now, I've
And
had
so,
guys
hey.
tell me, I respect that, but that doesn't mean they're going to stay.
Oh,
you
no,
know,
they,
I'm like,
they
okay.
respect you.
Right, they be like,
They're happy for you. They happy for
I
you.
think it depends on the type of connection.
Yeah, that's true. Because they make.
I find with a lot of women, it's only like one or two types of connections. You know what I mean? But if I connected with somebody on a mental level and she wanted to take a break, that I would respect that. But if it was like our only connection was sexual, how we gonna take a break?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Dave said it's the good guys that you don't want. Those are the guys that respecting the celibacy.
Right.
So look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Tell them come my way. Let them come my way.
All right, guys. Look. Oh my God! I just can't believe it. I can't believe it. We're gonna come back. It's 6 o'clock. Believe it or not. It's
Wow.
it's 6 or 7. It's 7 o'clock. See, I don't know. The time of here says 6. But look, guys, don't you go anywhere. Look, we're gonna put up our friends and family sponsors again. If you want to be our friend and family sponsor, it's only $10 a month. That keep us going, and we always bringing you topics like this. And so we'll talk about what the topic is going to be next week. And we always trying to help our community out. And guys, we thank you so much for chiming in on our single ladies up here. I mean, have we learned anything, ladies? Have we learned anything? We learned about the 2 good apps. We did learn about that. We learned about, everyone said great show. Nice chat, ladies. So they really do appreciate you coming on. And so we're going to just actually turn to our last little commercial, but please don't go anywhere, because we always wrap this up with our victory viewpoints and then any final thoughts that we have. And so don't go anywhere. We got about 1 minute, guys, and we coming right back, and we're going to close the show out. I don't know where the time went. It always goes fast. Yes. We appreciate all of you who all joined us for the first time today. Come back again next week, because we have some very, very serious and important topics, guys. So, all right.
Tell me, Pastor Mitchell. I don't know about you, but I've had all kinds of friends in my life. I think I've been right down that road with you. Yeah, I had some so-called friends. Yes. When trouble came, they went the other way. Tell me about it. But one thing I'm glad about, that ain't a friend like the lonely Jesus. No. Well, can't nobody come on do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. He's my friend. Jesus healed my body. Well, he told me to run on. Jesus is my friend. Well, you know he picked me up and he turned me around.
Hey guys, welcome back. And hey, I wanted to welcome Monet to the show. Monet, that's Ayanna's sister. So we love you, Monet. Welcome to the show. Tune back in again with us, Monet, girl. Come on back with us. Are we going to close out with our victory viewpoint? Sean has that.
Yes. I just wanted to point out before I really get into that, that I know you said something about the statistics about DC was like the loneliest city. So just wanted to say that being single does not necessarily mean automatically that you're lonely. So just want to put that out there. So singleness is not a curse. It's not a punishment. Your singleness is your opportunity to serve God without many distractions. It's your season to discover who you are, what you like, what you don't like. It's your time to build up your faith, learn new skills. You can improve your health and your finances. You can travel. You can do what you want to do. You can come and go without checking in. You know, have to check into a mate. It's freedom. And to also make sure you enjoy this season. And just like our pastor was saying this morning, coming from Philippians 4:11, that this is the time to be content. Even though this is your single season, let's say you want to get married. But right now, I really believe God is saying be content where you are. Make sure you are happy where you are. And then Paul tells us in 1 Corinthians 7, and I'm just summarizing real quick for the sake of time, 32 to 35. He that is unmarried care for the things that belong to the Lord, how he may please the Lord. But he that is married cared for the things that are of the world, how he may please his wife. And I'm going to read the last part of 34. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but for that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. So again, enjoy the season that you're in.
All right, and we'll just say this, come back next week. We're going to have part 2 of our Freedom with a Price. So we do have someone coming who owns some transition houses. We're talking about reentry. We're talking about prevention. We're talking about building our black community. So we're going to continue the conversation next week, Freedom with a Price. And just remember, guys, even when you're dating anyone, just stay safe out there. We're in a quarantine season. Make sure you meet people in public settings right now. We're living in just a cruel society right now. So make sure you stay safe. Hey, take pictures of license tags if you want. Send them to your family members. Just stay safe out there. And whatever you do, please, if you are going to have sex, and it's a real thing, have protective sex, guys, because there's a lot, because Corona has taken over right now, but there's a lot of diseases still out there. So we want you to be single. We want you to be dating, but we want you to remain safe. All right? So we'll see you next week. Come back again next week. We're going to talk about freedom with the price, guys, and we want your way in. We appreciate you. We love you guys, but most importantly, so does God. We'll see you next week. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. We love you. We love you.
And thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Listen up, check us out. It's the hotline number to chime. Come on and join us. There's lots of surprise for you.
exciting words. I'm sure there's something that you've never heard. Sunday at 6, it's an excellent mix. We got spiritual flair, special guests will be there.
Come on and join us. We're here and waiting for you. Connect with us at 6 o'clock. We wanna share in all you do. Come on and join us. Come right here and find. Connect with us and share your thoughts. We wanna explore your mind. Chattitudes, Chattitudes.
What's your attitude?
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 Hey, Chuck! Talk to me, Pastor Messy. I don't know about you, but I've had all kinds of friends in my life. I think I've been right down that road with you. Yeah, I had some so-called friends. Yes. When trouble came, they went the other way. Tell me about it. But one thing I'm glad about, that ain't a friend like the lonely Jesus. No. Well, can't nobody come on do me like Jesus. Can't nobody do me like the Lord. Can't nobody do me like Jesus. He's my friend. Jesus healed my body. Well, he told me to run on.